Hello everyone and welcome to day 4 of our forum. Yesterday, and thanks to Tableau, we were able to get to very powerful recommendations, and we were able to tackle not only a recommendation by product but also by location, and we link that recommendation to the financial performance of the company through the revenues. So we are now ready to present this to our manager and create an action plan. We present the visualization and she says that it is very powerful, but instead of using the margin, we should use the margin, because as not all the products have the same unit price, they do not have also the same unit cost, and we want to see how profitable each product and location is. She also says that he will prefer a dashboard and having all the visualization together, because with a dashboard it will be easier to present the conclusions to the committee. So let's move into Tableau and let's get this recommendation done. Here we have the data source and we can insert the unit cost as we did with the unit prices. Again, we have the join done automatically by Tableau. We hide the product here, and we have the unit cost. And we can see that not all the products have the same unit cost. You see here. So let's create a calculated field with the total cost, which is the unit cost times the sales, and click OK. But now we have the total cost. We don't have the total cost. We don't want it. We want the margin. So let's create another calculated field and call it margin. And this calculated field will be the revenues minus the cost. Let's click OK. And we have here the margin. We have revenues, cost, and margin. Let's move to our visualization and see how they are impacted by margin. If we, here again, we move this into color as before, we can see a lot of changes. We are all, in sales and in revenues, we always had China as our best performer. But now in margin, it seems that Spain is doing best. So China has lost some position and it's kind of similar to UK. So let's see what happened here and introduce the margin as we did before with the sales. And we have our confirmation. China has left behind because it seems to have a worse margin than Spain. And even though the United Kingdom with product B were our best performer here in terms of revenues, it seems that this has changed to product A in Spain in terms of margin. And this is the impact of introducing the unit cost, because not all the products have the same unit cost. So let's do it before. Let's remove this. Let's call this margin by market. Okay. Let's duplicate this to the revenue. Let's create a visualization by margin. Let's call it margin forecast because it's a forecast, not a trend. Product. And let's introduce the margin here. And remove the revenues. And as you can see, even though we have the UK product B as the best performer, because the trend is better for it, we have here the Spain product B and the Spain product A here as well. So we have some changes in the forecast. And even though it seems that to have a low margin right now, because of the trend, it seems that the product A, is going to be quite good for us too in the future. Let's do the same here in revenues. In the location analysis, let's introduce the margin. Okay, let's introduce the margin. Let's remove the revenues. Let's change this type. Let's edit it again with only one line representing the average. Let's give it a little bit of color with the location, and let's fit it. Okay, so we have it here. Let's call it, in this case, margin. So we have all of visualization converted to margin, and we can see some differences here that are very interesting, but I will leave them to you to be analyzed as before. So what we are missing is the dashboard. Here, if we go here, we can see that we have new worksheet, but we have here new dashboard. Let's create a dashboard. Here is the dashboard. Let's fit it to automatic. So we use the whole screen. And what here we have here the sheets. This is why it's very important to name the sheets properly, because if you're creating a dashboard and you have a lot of sheets, here you can see which one is one. Because for example, these two seems quite similar, and as we have properly named it by margin or revenue, we can see which one is which. So let's start the dashboard. Let's use the visualization, which is our first start. Then let's use the forecast because we want to see the future. Let's place it down here. And then let's start with the location here. So this is quite nice because we have all the visualization here, and you can just start your story and start telling which recommendation do you have by telling the story from navigating from product to the trend to the location. Let's do some trick and use this visualization as a filter. Use as a filter. And then let's remove this legend because we have here the color and we can see it here. So we have fixed this as a filter, and this is quite interesting because if we just click here, Spain product A, the other visualizations adapt to what we have selected here. We can select one product, we can select two products, so we can have here the different analysis. We can see here analysis more detail, or we can just select all and see the whole dashboard. So I will leave you here with the question for today, but as you can see, we have created our first dashboard here in Tableau. So the questions for today are: question 1. Using the dashboard, please choose a market and describe your final recommendation, specifying a product and a location. Please elaborate your answer. And question 2, which I will post later: why do you think the dashboard is useful? What are the advantages of using a dashboard versus individual visualizations?